everyone. Happy Leprechaun Day. It's St. Patrick's Day today. And I am just so excited because I really wanted to read you this awesome story for St. Patrick's Day. So you get to all watch me by video. All right, the story is called Leprechauns Never Lie by Lorna and Leisha. I can't even see their last name. Ballion, I think. All right, now watch out because when you're reading a book about leprechauns, you might have to use your accent from Ireland. Let's just see if I can do it. Leprechauns never lie. There was this old thatched hut nestled in a glen near the river. Ninny, Nanny, and Gram lived there together. Each had only the other and no more. They lived simply on potato soup and their needs were few. The thatch needed patching, the potatoes needed digging, and the firewood needed gathering, and the water barrel needed filling. But Ninny Nanny was lazy and Gram was ailing, and there was nothing blathering between them. Gram nagged and Ninny Nanny dawdled, and that was that. And the rain came drip drop through the thatch, and the potato sack emptied, and the chimney pot grew cold, and there was just a bit of rainwater in the barrel. It came to be that there was little to eat, just cold rainwater soup, pure and simple. Oh, woe is me, 'tis starving we are, moaned Gram. What am I to do with such a lazy child? Oh, Gram, hush your nagging. I've been thinking to catch a leprechaun. He's bound to tell where he's hidden his gold, and 'tis rich for life will be, boasted Ninny Nanny. Oh, 'tis raving Magyar, girl. To capture a leprechaun is no easy thing, said Gram. Aye, so I've heard, agreed Ninny Nanny, but we could make right use of the treasure, so I'll give it a try. Well, it was as easy as tripping over a log, which is what happened. Ninny Nanny was tramping about, looking every which way for a leprechaun, when she tumbled head over petticoat, and she fell kerplunk right on top of one of the wee fairy men. He howled like a banshee, and he wiggled and waggled, but Ninny Nanny held him firm by the seat of his breeches, and that was that. Let me go, shrieked the angry leprechaun. Sure, and gladly I'll let you loose, but I'll know first where your treasure is hidden, said Ninny Nanny. Oh, 'tis under the straw pile, but you've not the wit to find it, grumbled the wee man. Well, we'll see about that, said Ninny Nanny, as she carried him squirming and kicking to show Gram her prize. And wasn't she pleased? They tied him firmly in a potato sack, and Gram watched that he did not waggle away. While Ninny Nanny started pitching the straw this way and that way. Sure, 'tis witless and lazy she is, hissed the leprechaun to Gram. She'll find no treasure in the mess she's making. I heard that, and you'll not fool me, leprechaun, said Ninny Nanny, and she lifted the straw gently and searched through, bit by bit, and carried it up to the roof, right out of the way. Sure, and the whole of the straw pile was upon the roof, and not a mite of gold was to be found, and that was that. 'Tis a liar you are, leprechaun, bawled Ninny Nanny. Ah, a liar I'm not. Hidden under the straw pile it was. But I just now recall that the mice were nosing about it, so I moved it under the big oak tree and covered it with the branches. Stack the branches by the door here, Ninny Nanny, said Gram. I'll sort through them for any stray coins. Ninny Nanny carried and stacked the branches. Gram examined every stick. The leprechaun scowled. Ninny Nanny raked up the last few twigs and found not one speck of treasure under the tree, and that was that. He's lying again, Gram, howled Ninny Nanny. Ah, a liar I'm not. Hidden under the tree it was. But I remember now that I moved it to a safer place, mumbled the leprechaun. Speak up and tell me where you've hidden the gold, demanded Ninny Nanny, shaking him until his wee head bubbled. The river, squawked the leprechaun. I hid it in the river. Sure, I'm not believing that. How did you get it under the river? And how am I going to get it out? Asked Ninny Nanny. Well, I've told you where, but I'll not tell you how, grumbled the leprechaun. Ninny Nanny got the bucket and started to bail out the river. She was tossing water onto the riverbank at a furious rate. "'Tis witless you are, girl," laughed the leprechaun. "Can't you see all the water is just sliding right back where it came from?" And he was right, of course. So Ninny Nanny emptied her bucket into the water barrel until the barrel was full to overflowing, but the river was as deep as before, and that was that. "Sure, 'tis a liar you are, leprechaun," wailed Ninny Nanny, "and 'tis throwing you into the river I am." "Don't be hasty, girl," begged the leprechaun. "A liar I'm not, just forgetful at times. I remember clearly now. I buried my treasure in your very own potato patch." "I'm not believing you, leprechaun. 'Tis another lie you're telling me," said Ninny Nanny. "Then 'tis foolish, our girl," said the wee man. "Leprechauns never lie." "I've heard tell they're bound by fairy law to tell the truth," said Gram. "Ah, I'll believe that when I see it," grumbled Ninny Nanny, and she went to fetch the spade. Ninny Nanny dug, and she grubbed about in the potato patch, and Gram smiled to see all the potatoes scattered about, and the leprechaun scowled. Ninny Nanny dug the potato patch wide and deep, uprooting all but one of the potato plants. Sure, and she had to show for her efforts only a hole in the garden and a heap of potatoes, and that was that. She threw down the spade in disgust. "I've had enough of digging, and I've had enough of lying, leprechauns," bawled Ninny Nanny. "Let him loose, Gram. We'll be needing that sack for all of our potatoes." Well, Gram untied the sack, and whoosh, like a shooting star into the night, the wee man vanished. Ninny Nanny and Gram supped on good, hot, hearty potato soup, and they fell soundly asleep in their warm, dry hut. While out in the potato patch, the wee leprechaun was busily digging up the last potato plant. He carefully lifted out his pot of gold, muttering, "Aye, leprechauns never lie," as he trotted off to find a safer hiding spot. And that was